About baby daddies who happen to be bed bugs and bitter, but today we will. Now, before we get back to Megan Thee Stallion and the Malacogram's trial, let's get to some other news. First up, this bed bug. Now, in a post and delete, Offset had
Take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Sometimes I sleep and I wonder, like, yo, this is not normal. You see crime documentaries, you see on social.
Cardi B is giving birth to her fourth child in recent days. Stefan Diggs is said to be the father of the fourth child, and everyone has been applauding her for doing so and returning to work. Naturally, though, there is some animosity between her and Offset, her arranged spouse. He has been trolling on social media, and he has not yet signed the divorce papers because he has certain demands.
About baby daddies who happen to be bed bugs and bitter, but today we will. Now, before we get back to Megan Thee Stallion and the Malacogram's trial, let's get to some other news. First up, this bed bug. Now, in a post and delete, Offset had posted, "My kid, LOL." And you already know exactly who he and what he's referring to. And shout out to My Mixtapes for capturing this tweet before Cardi B had deleted it. And after Offset had posted that, she said, "Y'all be thinking it's so funny, and it's not. It's been over a year, and I'm still being harassed and threatened to the point that I feel like that my life is in danger. It's all fun and games until it's too late." Now, after Cardi B had posted that, she then taken to online, and here's what she had to say in regard to Offset and that funny little story, which is not.
As you can see, ladies are offended by this specific "my kid law" comment that says, listen, I'm still clapping them. I am the father, not Stefan Diggs. We don't think this is true because it would be quite dubious.
But the fact that you asking for spousal support is very telling that the money's getting low. And the way that you're acting is making people not want to really, making brands not really, like, come on now. Your behavior that you're exuding, it's getting very concerning. Seriously. Leave her the alone. Like, weren't you the one that was cheating? Weren't you the one that ruined your marriage?
Now, I want to take care of that now. She responded by saying, "Listen, Offset, you threw your whole relationship away over cheating. I'll be back in a moment to address that." But naturally, Cardi B reacted to this by tweeting a few pictures of herself before deleting them. She then discussed it live with her audience, as you are aware.
Take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Sometimes I sleep and I wonder, like, yo, this is not normal. You see crime documentaries, you see on social media about women getting killed the other day, and on the truth, like, it's like, I'm a real tough, like, I'm a tough, but you can never, there's a difference between being tough, and there's a difference between somebody having an unhealthy obsession with you that you have to you gotta be concerned. And I'm really starting to be concerned. And I'm so tired because I want to detach myself from shit. And it's like, it just doesn't stop. And it's like, when does it stop? I try to be nice. I try to contact family. I try to whatever. And it's not working. And I'm so tired. I'm really getting so tired. I don't want to do things that's going to overshadow what I got going on. It's literally a nightmare. And people think it's so funny. It's not funny. It's concerning. Dealing with somebody that does substance and start hurting me. It's not funny. Then you got these weird men. You got these weird men talking about, oh, they should be petty. This person should be petty. Da da da. It's not cute to tell somebody that has a mental illness and have substance to be petty to somebody that's raising their children. It's not funny. You need to grow up. Y'all love to call kids to know that type of shit when y'all act like one. Straight men here, oh, you motherfuckers should be petty. It's so funny. It's not funny. And if I was to show these fucking that I've been getting, y'all wouldn't be laughing. Because it wouldn't be funny if it was your sister or your cousin or your mama. These grown-ass men were grown-ass. This is not a competition. This is not a competition. This is not nothing. I have moved on with my life. I completely have moved on with my life. I don't respond to shit. I don't play about shit. I am tired. I be trying to be the bigger person. everything. Shit is not fucking funny. It's not funny. And y'all gonna see that shit is not funny. If I spread this shit out, y'all gonna be like, y'all might cry. This shit is not fucking funny. This is why fucking men don't take accountability for shit, because they have these weak ass men. They all got their weak ass family. They all got their weak ass mama. They all got their weak ass. Like, oh yeah.
Let me start by talking about Offset. Because of your adultery, you ended the relationship. If my understanding is true, she stated that she wanted a divorce due to irreconcilable differences. Therefore, the cheating wasn't the main problem. She was obviously concerned by it, but it couldn't be the main problem. Why? Because Stefon Diggs is doing just that, isn't that right? Cardi B is arriving at the same time as 4 other children from Stefon Diggs. He is therefore not exclusive to her. Even if she is only interested in him, it is clear that she has less power in this new relationship than she did in the previous one. Therefore, I'm not sure if it is a particularly compelling argument. What bothers me about this, though, is that Cardi B is now attempting to act like a victim. She claims that her life is in jeopardy. You can tell he's stalking her because she's seen some of these scenarios in films and on television. This seems out of place. It's absurd that she's playing for him in that manner. And I can only recall that Cardi B did something a few months ago. This is Offset's son now, all right? What did Cardi B do as a petty person? To get Offset upset, she essentially put his youngest son, or rather one of the sons, here and braided his hair just like Stefon Diggs. In the end, Offset had to take down his Twitter account for a few days. Recall that he tweeted, "Now when someone dies for playing with my son, then call me to crash out. I don't give a damn about how I appear when I troll my child." Even her own supporters were saying things like, "Cardi baby, this is too far." You now feel like the victim on one extreme of the spectrum. However, you seem to have completely forgotten about this. Not to mention the outright contempt you showed him when you were having issues with him by calling him names and using the B word. And he wasn't really reacting to any of that most of the time. He's not flawless, so I'm not saying he is, but you are suddenly behaving as though you were the victim. And I'll explain to you why she's pretending to be the victim. Because she intends to use this material in court to argue, "Listen, this is why I want to settle for less money." Cardi B is unwilling to make the payment. Okay? Because she will claim, "Look, the man is bullying me." All of this is done in order for her to leave the divorce with a little less money. This is what the dude is doing. I fear for my life. You see, given what he's doing, this individual needs to sign these documents. You know, sweetie, you're going to have to pay that money, even though this will all be used against Offset in court. And once again, it only serves to highlight how terrible things can get after a divorce. You know, she's just trying to play every card she can at the moment. But in the end, you have to be able to handle trolling once you get into it. She no longer wants to. She is unwilling to accept it. And he is just engaging in his activities because, once again, they are enjoyable. He's gonna get paid. You know, you shouldn't have married a jerk if you didn't want these problems. Really. And you're still in a relationship with a jerk. He may have more money than I do, but he won't be loyal to you. You already know that. On the death chart, you're roughly number 4 or 5. Everyone knows it. You know, you're out there faking and acting to win over your supporters. It won't make a difference. When you have to transfer all of that money to counterbalance, none of those fans will be in the courts. He will definitely hit you for a lick. And believe me when I say that he ought to lick your ass. I apologize. I take it that this is because we will be on an equal footing. In this, we will be on an equal footing. You would want him to pay if it were the other way around. All right? Unfortunately, though, she is the successful one, as you all mentioned. She had to pay because she received the most money. Okay? So he is engaging in trolling. Let me explain in this way. This man is not going to ruin his paycheck by ignoring this woman. First of all, he still harbors some affection for her. Do you understand what I mean? He knows that both she and he have moved on, but he's not going to let the negative go. Why would he harm her? All right? Secondly, she is in a relationship with someone who has a 3rd or 4th string. A woman like her is not respected by any male. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care how much you love her. He wanted her back. You had a child by a man who doesn't take you seriously as soon as you go out with another man. This person doesn't want you at all. Not in that way. For example, you went and had a child with someone else. He has 4 children on the way. I no longer have any regard for you. I don't care what I did to you. I really need the money, so I want you to pay the divorce settlement. I have no money. I'm out of alignment. I already have my other girls and I'm headed out. I'm sick of dealing with you. You're sick of dealing with me. And this is what we will discover. Offset will still be able to pull in 10 years, and Cardi B's BBL will be severely damaged. The plastic surgery will all be severely damaged. It's highly likely that she will fall off totally. And look at who will be out there. She will be on Stefon Diggs' mind. She will still have her small local audience, but that will be the end of it. It's finished, okay? And I hope women will accept it for what it is, like these people who have opportunities and choices like Offset. He is not tripping off her like you all think. She had already given him 3 children. He will never be able to win her back. Ladies, he's cool with that. I promise you, he's okay. Pay that money. And sure, I will play small-minded, childish games with your ass, because I'm also petty. I would act the same way. I will go out there and speak mine as well. I never threatened you because you claim you had received all of these threats. So it won't matter if you crash out, get angry, go to your audience, ruin your day, and then attempt to pretend like you're going to use this against me in court. Will you make it